everyone, Frank Menard here from the Menard Team Coaching and Training. We are powered by the Napoleon Hill Institute. Hey, this week's video, sorry for the lighting. I'm sitting in a hotel room in my home state of New Hampshire as I'm visiting my mother-in-law and rest of the family to celebrate my wife's birthday. Her birthday's today. So we're up here visiting with family to celebrate her birthday. But I didn't want to miss an opportunity to share with you some thoughts that I have about adversity and how we can learn and use the power of adversity to become the best that we can possibly be. So, first and foremost, one of the things that adversity shares with us is an opportunity to identify a larger, more powerful benefit. Napoleon Hill says behind every adversity is the seed of an equivalent or better opportunity. And so when you think about every time that we go through an adverse situation, there are lots of things that happen. And I've got 7 things I'd like to share with you today. So first and foremost, think about the stress as you're going through the adversity. It actually is building a higher level of resistance or resilience within you so that you can learn and grow through that adversity. So every time we come out the other end, we're actually a different, hopefully better person for the experiences that we went through. So it also allows you, number two, to have some personal growth, you know, uh, discovering just how strong you really are, discovering your abilities to be able to look at a situation and find a way to get through it. In fact, that brings us to the number 3 thing that we learn when we're going through adversity is problem solving. We learn that we have skills that we never thought we did because we're able to look through this adversity from a perspective, a microscope, so to speak, to figure out, okay, how do I get out of this? I know I certainly throughout my days over the last 69 plus years is that, I've definitely gone through a lot of adversity, and I've often found that I come out the other end a much stronger and better person. Actually, a less fearful person because it gives me the opportunity to see I can do it. Just because I'm up against the wall doesn't mean I'm going to lose, right? So the fourth thing that it gives us an opportunity for is looking at things from a different perspective. When we're going through an adverse situation, uh, we should take a breath and be grateful for the things that we do have. And I know I've done this several times here recently where when I felt a little bit of stress, a little bit of being out of control, that adversity was causing me to take a deep breath and just think about and realize just how fortunate I have it in my life, right? So it gives you a different perspective and allows you to be more grateful for what you do have, even though you're going through some strong, some struggling times. You also gain increased empathy. And what I mean by that is you begin to understand that your problems are probably not as big as you think they are when you look at them from a scope of what other people are going through. And you become more understanding, more empathetic of the struggles and adversities that other people are going through because of what you're going through. So it gives you, again, a different perspective, allows you to be a little bit more understanding, maybe even a little bit more helpful. Number 6, the power of perseverance. Persistence is one of the principles that I call the magic sauce within Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, because it's what holds everything together. You can have a definite purpose. You can have a mastermind group. You can go the extra mile in everything that you do, but it's that power of persistence, just keeping pushing through when failure or adversity strikes you. Remember, failure is temporary. It's not something that becomes permanent unless you allow it to become permanent. It doesn't become permanent until you accept it as failure. So just don't stop, keep persisting. Use the power of perseverance to keep you on track, keep you focused, and get everything that you want to accomplish. And that brings us to the last comment about reframing failure. We can't look at failure as a destination. I think it was Zig Ziglar said that, failure is just temporary. It's temporary. It's not a final destination. It's a temporary event. So reframe it in that way and take a look at all your skills. how can you get through this? How can you redirect the energies to make it a successful or at least an educational opportunity? Because when we go through adversity, we learn a lot more about ourselves. We learn a lot more through our problem solving. We learn a lot more about how we can help other people overcome failure based on our experiences, right? So here are the 7 talking points that we covered today. Resilience building, it makes you a stronger individual. Personal growth makes you a wiser individual. Problem solving skills, you find out that you can do things you didn't think you could do because you were put in that situation. It changes perspective and gives you an opportunity to be grateful for what it is that you do have in your life as you work through this adversity. Increased empathy, you get to understand a little bit more. You become a little bit more moderate in your thinking and understand that everyone goes through stuff. How can I help them go through based on the experiences that I've had? Be helpful and empathetic for the struggles of others. The power of perseverance, just keep on pushing on. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's one of the old Marine mottos I remember. And then, of course, reframing failure, understand that it is only a temporary event. It's not permanent, and you have control because you get to decide not to quit, right? Just keep on pushing through. Failure is temporary. Guys, I hope this message it was helpful for you today. If there's something that you like there, please give us a like. Share it with an individual that may need some assistance. And last but not least, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, every week we're going to bring you a message as far as personal growth is concerned, based on the foundational principles as shared by Napoleon Hill and the Napoleon Hill Institute. I want to thank you for your time. Again, I apologize for the lighting. Hotel rooms, what they're cracked up to be. So, hope you have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next week.